You are very welcome to day 29 of this 30-day Bedtime Yin Yoga Challenge. Today we have a yoga routine for sleep, so it will be very relaxing and calming, perfect to do at bedtime. There's an option to use a bolster in child's pose if you do have one, but if not, don't worry about it. You can just do the pose as it is, or you might grab some cushions or pillows to use. And we're going to start today with child's pose. So as I mentioned, you can use your props if you do have them, and if not, don't worry. And you can come into whichever version of child's pose works best for you. We're going to stay here for 5 minutes. So if you do have your bolsters or cushions, you can just have them on the mat in front of you. You can either be sitting on your heels if that feels comfortable, or place a yoga block or a cushion in underneath the hips. And then we'll just come on down into our child's pose. You might have your neck turned here, just looking to one side. And I'll let you know when we're halfway through the hold so you can turn your head the other way, stretching out your neck in the opposite direction. You've made it to your yoga mat, so the hardest part is over now. All you need to do is find your breath. Tune into all of those sensations which are arising within your body. Maybe around your hips, along your spine, within your neck. Loosen your jaw. Relax your face. And soften your shoulders. Allow your breath and gravity to just gently drop you down into this calm, grounded state. And then I'll let you know when it's time to look the opposite way, and then when it's time to release the pose. And if you wish to turn your head, you can do so now, so you can look the opposite way. you can prepare to come out of child's pose, and we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. So you can remove your props for now if you're using them. We'll reach our hands towards the front of the mat, bring your toes to the back of the mat, and then start to drag your hips up and back behind you. You might just release your legs here, paddling your feet, swaying your hips from side to side. You might drop your head down between your arms, having your ears in line with your biceps. And keep pushing yourself away from your hands so you can stretch through your spine. Once you're satisfied that you have released your hips, you can come back to sit on your mat. And this time we'll come into half butterfly. So you can keep your left leg stretched out long and then bring the sole of your right foot in towards this left thigh. If your right knee needs some support, you can have a yoga block or some cushions in underneath. Make sure you can feel both of your seat bones pressing down into the mat. And then we'll rotate to look over this left leg. And then we'll fold over it as if we're trying to bring our nose towards the left knee. We'll stay here in half butterfly for 5 minutes. So remember, in Yin Yoga, the first principle is to play your edges. We don't need to go too deep, too quickly. You can just stay at your first edge. As long as you feel a stretch, you're doing the pose. You might be feeling this within your left hamstring, maybe within the right side of your lower back. Just sit on that edge until your body might invite you to go a little bit deeper. And then if it does, you can walk your hands a little bit further away from you. Maybe sink your nose a little bit lower and then sit at that edge. We'll be here in this pose for 1 more minute. If your mind has wandered off, that's totally normal. For now, bring it back to your body and back to your breath. Really savoring the last few moments in this pose. You can push yourself away from the floor really, really slowly. Big ah here if you need to let it out. And then we'll just release the pose by leaning back on this right hand and then rainbowing the left hand across, opening up through the left side of your body. Come back to center and then pick up this right knee so the sole of your right foot is on your mat. And we'll release with a little twist by bringing our left arm around this right knee. Right hand can come in behind you. Inhale to lengthen your spine and then exhale to rotate towards the right. And just a few breaths here, each inhale helping you to sit taller, each exhale helping you to twist. And we'll come back to center. This time you can extend your right leg out long and bring the sole of your left foot in. Find your seat bones against the mat. This time we'll rotate towards the right leg and then we'll slowly fold over it. Finding that first edge. We'll be here for 5 minutes in total. Remember here, it's totally normal and natural for you to start thinking. As soon as you notice that's happening, just try your best to come back to your breath. Try to become interested in your body instead. And we'll be here for 2 more minutes. When you're ready to, you can slowly push the ground away from you. Finding that straight spine again. If you want to release the back, you can lean back on your left arm and then rainbow your right arm across. And then we'll pick up this left knee. Hug it with your right arm, bringing your left hand in behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to rotate left. Come back to center when you're ready. And then we'll make our way into our next pose, which is caterpillar pose. So you can sit with your legs out long in front of you. For this pose, you can always sit on a bolster or a cushion or a yoga block if you need to. And we're making sure that our pelvis is rotating forward, that we can feel both seat bones pressing into whatever we're sitting on. And then from here, we're just folding the upper body over the legs. Arms can come to rest either side of the legs, maybe with the palms facing up. And again here, we're imagining that we're trying to touch our nose towards our knees, but it really doesn't even have to be close to them. We'll stay here for 5 minutes. This time noticing what feels different within your body in this pose. Maybe feeling the stretch all the way down into your calves, your hamstrings, your lower back, and your entire spine. Once you've found that first edge, just sit there with your breath, with all of these sensations, patiently waiting for those invites to go a little bit deeper if they come, and if they don't, that's okay. When you're ready, you can slowly come back up out of caterpillar, stacking the vertebrae on top of each other again. And you can release the pose however you feel called to do. You might like to do hammock here just by leaning back on your hands, bending your knees, and then lifting the hips up as you gently drop the head back. And you can hold your hammock, or you can continue to drop the hips and then pick them up again. And then when you're ready, you can come down to lie on the back of your body. First, just taking a moment to lie here, allowing the spine to align itself against the earth. Now we'll make our way into happy baby pose by bringing the knees up towards the chest. You can make them wider apart and then bring your arms into the middle of the legs. You can either hold your shins or ankles, or you can come to hold the outside or the inside of your feet. Make your feet parallel to the ceiling. And at first you might want to just gently rock the baby from side to side, massaging through your back. Relax your face here, unclench your jaw, and try to soften your shoulders. You might also feel the craving to just straighten through one leg at a time, just helping to open up the hamstrings. Once you're ready, we'll find some stillness within Happy Baby. We're staying here for about 3 more minutes. Your belly has lots of room here to take in some deep breaths. Helping to bring lots of calming, grounding energy into your body. And each time you exhale, you're letting go of a little bit of tension. Each breath brings you closer and closer to that happy baby. You can slowly release the pose. You might bring your feet to about mat with distance apart, and then gently drop your knees from side to side, moving as slowly as you wish. And once you feel as though you have released happy baby from your hips and your lower back, you might bring your legs straight onto the mat again, finding corpse pose, taking up as much space as you need. And I encourage you to stay here for as long as you can, or to click into this 10-minute guided relaxation in corpse pose. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 30 of 30. But until then, take good care of yourself. Good night and goodbye.